Thank you for staying with us. It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And I begin with the Nation newspaper. The major story here says, protesters leave Lagos ground, desert Abuja, Benin venues. And the writer there, Sanwo-Olu opens engagement channels, showing how to handle protesters. And another story at the corner here, Fintiri Kachukwu Okocha give president more time. PDP, Okupe Ezekwesili, others differ on presidential broadcast. 6 building material manufacturing hubs coming, says housing minister. And at the top corner, JAMB issues ultimatum to universities over illegal admission. How we are reforming economy, agreed others by Tinubu. Oyo Council chairman pull out of Algon, and ministers on path to boost intra-Africa trade. Another downstrip, Ladaja accepts beaded crown, Olympics quarterfinal, President hails the Tigress. Those are the stories you find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. We'll move now to the front page of the Blueprint newspaper. Still talking about protest, Fintiri, Okupe, Sislak, others hail Tinubu on broadcast. And the writers there says it's time to end protest, embrace dialogue, APC chieftain. We have issues with president's address, Atiku Falana, I say. And another story here, decades of underinvestment slowing down nation's reform. Federal government is saying that the solution will come with short-term costs. Another story here, Nigeria new crude oil grade Utapate to boost production output. Enugu government approves 183 billion naira for 141 urban roads, 20 rural roads. And a sad one there, gunmen is said to have killed about 8 persons in an Imo community. At the top corner, NCC mandates telcos to improve transparency on call data charges. Olubadan stool, I'm ready to wear beaded crown. That's what Ladaja is quoted as saying. And in sports Olympics, the Tigers beat Canada to qualify for historic quarterfinals. And UK police arrest 100 over Southport stabbings riots. Some stories on the front page of the Blueprint. And to the Platform Times now, it's talking about a special report, how illegal mining threatens Ogun community with earthquakes, submersion, and that would be an interesting read. Another story here, Benue Governor Sack State Electoral Commission Chairman. At the top corner there, hoodlums ransack Katsina churches, Kano court, steal guns, raise vehicles. Hoodlums chase, hashtag end bad governance protesters from Lagos Park. IOM's Paola NAPTIP to train journalists on migration. And at the downstrip here, JAMB directs institutions to disclose illegal admissions within 1 month. Tragedy strikes in Ogun, 27-year-old man dies in midnight fire incident. A really sad one there. Food inflation crisis, Agriculture Minister promises bumper harvest to alleviate hardship. Protests, US, UK, EU should impose visa ban on Wike, Inspector General of Police Security. Some stories there on the front page of the Platform Times. Theophilus.
The Nature News here says Obasanjo raises alarm on an impending civil unrest, attributes mass poverty to gas flaring, abandoning agriculture. Federal government to cultivate 10 million hectares of land, says President Tinubu. Animal government on alert as disease kills 1,000 cows in Taraba. Of pangolin and Senegal's renewed conservation initiatives. Governor Diri meets protesters, promises solution to food price hike. Our members not part of protest, says Wapan president. Fact check, is air pollution responsible for 7 million deaths annually? North Korea performs diplomatic gymnastics in Olympic comeback. We move to Sporting Life newspaper this morning, and it says here, 2024-2025 summer transfer. No club willing to pay 120 million euros for Simeon. Nigeria not keen about Chelsea move. Susa eyes reunion with their Kong at Shabab Al-Ali. Parma 4-1 for Atlanta 1. Lukman scores consolation goal. Fresh ankle injury hits Moses Simon. Galatasaray pulls out of McTominay race. Inter near new deal for Dumfries. World's biggest club, Mikel snubs Chelsea, picks Real Madrid. Liverpool to launch bid to sign £75 million euro UAE. Okay, pound rather. Bayern offer update on the Lions Man United transfer. How it stops Canada. D Tigre star, Nigeria first African side to reach quarterfinal. Afili says, I was determined to shine. Qualifies for 200-meter semi-finals. Cross named Germany's Footballer of the Year. Of this and many more sporting stories in Sporting Life newspaper this morning.
Interesting. Congratulations to the Tigress for their historic feat at the 2024 Paris Olympics. But then there are some stories here that I'll quickly like for us to perhaps touch on before we move over to our conversation, and that is the matter of the federal government saying that we're going to be cultivating about 10 million hectares of land, all geared towards addressing the matter of food security.
True.
And they will be collaborating with the subnationals, that's the state governments, to be able to achieve this. So a lot of persons will be looking forward to how cooperative state governments will be at addressing these matters, because they are in charge of lands, and government can only cooperate with them, say, okay, this is what we have. We recall that government had given out fertilizers, some grains. So what can be done with what government has handed over to you? Yes, you have the farmers. Can you identify them such that this gets to the right hands, and then we begin to see the right results?
Food has been a major issue here in Nigeria, of course, and we've been talking about farming for the longest time. So if state governments can map out land for farming, it will make a lot of sense so that we can cultivate what we eat rather than import, because the price of food is not smiling in the market at this time. So if we had governments involved in agriculture rather than using the land to build infrastructures or build houses for mass housing, excuse me, and all of that, let's have a situation whereby we have an arable large expanse of land for agriculture and see how it works for us. It will definitely work for us because we're going to be cultivating our own food and it will be cheaper. Imagine coming from a place like Ekpe in Lagos and bringing food from there, because we had large farms, and bringing it into mainland Lagos or island. You know how the price of food, the reduction, the price will definitely crash. And so this can help us a lot more.
Absolutely. We've had experts here who have said that state governments need to go beyond paying lip service. We recall that Southwest governors had met to say they were going to address this matter of food security. At some point, that was about a month or two ago. How far have they come with that? What are the provisions they have made? What are the commitments they have made to ensuring that they really do what is needed to addressing this matter? Because if you are not paying the needed attention as a governor to this matter of food security, giving the right budget as it should, ensuring a enabling playing ground for the stakeholders in that sector to thrive, then it will be difficult at the end of the day. So it's important that the federal and state work hand in glove to ensure that we address this matter of food security head on. Most persons, like we have reported over time, are finding it difficult to buy some food items. Like you rightly mentioned, developments in terms of real estate has taken over a major expanse of land that people would have used to farm. So how do we begin to designate lands that will be used for farming and those that you use for development as it is? Then those days, people had farms, by their houses. But now you can't have that. Everywhere is covered.
Everywhere is covered, and every little space, people just want to take advantage, you know,
to build a
structure here and there. And so where is the plan, or where is the place for, even if you are encouraging people to build in their cocoons, it's not enough.
Yeah, but at least you can get something.
Yeah, you can get something,
from
one
your
or two
garden.
tomatoes to fry some eggs, all of that. But we need something larger to crash the price of food.
Yes, absolutely. And that is what government says their plan is. But still